So this course will get me very re-enthused to do a better job of teaching my sixth graders the curriculum about Kenai fjords, intertidal zones, seabirds, mammals. I want them to get excited about science.
One thing I really hope to get is actual hands-on research experience, actually getting out there, meeting the scientists, working with them, actually going out and plotting out the transects, doing the counts, things along those lines. Those are genuine types of personal experiences I can then take back to my students in the classroom and really put a personal twist on the things that I'm actually talking about and trying to teach and communicate to my students.
I was looking actually for a workshop in which it was very hands-on, experiential type of workshop. I'd like to stress like inquiry within the classroom.
I really want to turn kids on to the natural world and to gain further responsibility for the natural world and to have a desire to explore the natural world. And I can't force that on them. I really need to show it to them and kind of bring what I experience and what I see, and when I explore and hike and travel and do workshops like these, I can bring true excitement into the classroom.
The experience I had is a once-in-a-lifetime experience. I have never been to Alaska before and just had never experienced glaciers. And so I always look for ways in which I can get children to connect with the environment. Well, this was my connection when I actually got to go out and firsthand see the research is happening, and to think that all that is actually going into real research instead of just some like fictional type activity. So it was really cool to see the scientists and really connect with the scientists. And you can see the different studies that were happening, all 3 or 4 at the same time, and the data they had to collect, and how hard it was to collect that data as the weather didn't quite cooperate.
I thought we were just going to meet with scientists and they were going to be doing lectures on board and everything. Little did I know I was going to be out crawling around on rocks, pulling, tapes through these eye bolts. And actually, a couple of them actually let me take down the data and do our own observations. So, I was out there. I was knee deep in the water and the muck and the mud and the mussels and the kelp and everything, and it was great. So,
I think when you teach science in a classroom, having been with researchers who are doing the methodology, where the protocol, the laying out of the quadrants, the patience it takes to collect specimens, to identify them back at on the boat at night, just that methodology. And there's some students who like that detailed focus, and that is important. What is science? How is science done? What are the results of collecting these specimens? And we can teach that. I can show students what that research actually looks out in their backyard.
I think all teachers are better at what they do when they continue to learn and push themselves outside of comfort zones or experience new things or be students themselves, so they can really understand if their curriculum is robust enough, if their curriculum is relating to real-world events, if their curriculum is interesting.
I'll definitely go back and follow the hands-on curriculum. For example, we got hands-on oil spill curriculum, and to show them exactly what happened in the oil spill. They need to see that and actually set up an oil spill, and then how that impacts the environment. So it just reminds you to get all their senses involved, get their hearts involved, get them to feel how it impacted humans as well as animals.
Courses like this just absolutely totally rejuvenate me. This is kind of now I've got something. I'm enthused about science, I'm enthused about nature. I can go back to my kids and, I've got, a fresh new energy.
It's wonderful to get students out of the classroom. Well, teachers have to get out of the classroom in order for us to keep that kind of cycle going. So it's just an excellent opportunity.
Courses like this make me really grow as a teacher, and that's why I keep seeking these type out. When I was growing up, there was never any connection from the classroom to real life, and this is it, working with the scientists.
I do really desire to have a strong unit on the national parks. I think that out of everywhere I've been, and I've traveled a fair amount, the one thing that stands out about the United States that I find a lot of pride in is our preserved lands and just the magnitude of beautiful lands we have that are accessible to people. I want to develop a unit where kids learn that that is an incredible asset to our country. It's also an incredible responsibility that will soon become theirs.
I hope there will always be protected lands for people to visit and to enjoy and to appreciate and to learn from.
I hope to turn kids onto science. That's really my main goal, is to turn them on. They're going to be our new scientists, our new engineers of the future, and I want them to develop the passion for learning and for science that I have.
Scientists, fishermen, the local people, tourists, we're all connected. It all works together, and the more people are informed, it will work together in a more responsible way.
It's connecting to real-world experiences, like the Exxon Valdez oil spill. I mean, that's something that caused a remarkable amount of harm, and kids need to be aware of, you know, how much work goes into preventing that, and then how many years of work goes into just the aftermath and how it's continual. And it's sort of like passing the baton, you know. Eventually they're going to be taking over for us and maintaining this planet, and I want our natural parks to remain as beautiful and accessible. And so I feel like it's my duty as a teacher to give as much information as possible, but mostly turn on the light bulb for them to want to go explore it themselves.